Hey guys, this is Brandon, the American Formula One fan, coming to you again with yet another video from the Formula One season. This time it is roundup of qualifying from round 20 in Sao Paulo at Interlagos in Brazil, where the Drivers' Championship can be decided after the race tomorrow if Nico Rosberg happens to win the race. And teammate Lewis Hamilton of Mercedes must win this race if he is to have a chance at even winning the driver's title this season. It would be his first ever win with the grand total of 9 total starts here at Interlagos in Brazil. It would be a great showing if he happens to win it. Considering that his favorite driver is Senna, a Brazilian race driver that this track is sort of named after. Also, to keep in mind that there's two Brazilian drivers on the Formula One grid this year celebrating their home Grand Prix this weekend in Felipe Massa and Felipe Nasr. It is also Massa's last season in Formula One, and consequently, it is also his last home Grand Prix. So he had plenty of love in the stands, many signs saying thank you to him. It must have been a lot of kids' idol, like who they look up to, and he's kind of a classy guy, so it's kind of a good idol to have. He's great to sport, and it's sad to see him go. Um, he will be missed. But overall, though, there's plenty of love in the stands, and also from his team as well. So they decided to replace, you know how the Williams car, he drives for Williams, they have a big Martini branding on the back of the engine with a big sticker that says Martini on it. They replaced that sticker with Massa's last name, so it says Massa on the back of his car. And they one up that. They also gifted the car to him. So the car that he's driving, he's going to be going home with it later after the season when they're done with it. That car will never get driven again. But yeah, that's an expensive present, and no, it's well deserved. He's one of the good drivers on the grid. Um, for some non-race news before I talk about qualifying, I made a prediction that Kevin Magnussen will be signed for Haas as the number 2 driver, and that is confirmed. Esteban Gutierrez is out for next season. I just don't see, he doesn't really push in the race, I see, but or qualifying. But so Kevin Magnussen is now going to be in as our number 2 driver behind Grosjean. Hopefully next year we have like a better car, and we compete for points consistently, not just at certain tracks. Um, Now on to qualifying. Track conditions today were much different than the practice rounds. In practice, they dealt with high track temps and low grip since it was such a bright and sunny days and hot days too, like up like 90s and 100 degrees Fahrenheit. But today, it is the exact opposite. With heavy weather systems just north of Sao Paulo, there is cloud cover over most of the track, bringing down the temperature to 66 degrees Fahrenheit and bringing down the track temp tremendously down to 81 degrees Fahrenheit, thus eliminating low grip conditions and replacing with high grip conditions and good tire wear. So you're going to have some fast laps. So with it, everything from a loop, considering some car, that threw everything in for a loop, considering that some cars were good in practice. Now we're all of a sudden having a difficult time putting in a consistent lap above other teams. Overall, though, qualifying is the true test of how the cars will perform, since teams tune their engines down in practice to less than maximum output so they don't wear out the engine. So you're going to get more of a test on what the car can do during qualifying, at least as a spectator. So lap times were much quicker today, where the Williams weren't the team behind the Mercedes team today, since they were all practice long. They were like third and fourth place car behind 1 and 2, but today much different. Hamilton led the round with Rosberg and Verstappen close behind. Overall, Button complained of slight problems with the car, but was eliminated along with Wehrlein from Manor. Ocon, who took a penalty at the end of the round of Manor, so he's going to be starting last in the grid. Nasr of Sauber, the homeboy, Ericsson of Sauber, and Kevin Magnussen of Renault were all eliminated. Both Haas cars got a Q1. Woo! Go Haas! Go Haas! And Palmer and Alonso got in at the end of the Q1 to advance in the Q2. Q2 was led off by Kimi Räikkönen, who couldn't complete a hot lap first time around, complaining of lack of front end grip, but pumped in a lap time at the end that was suitable. Palmer went off track at the end of turn 14. He went a little wide, not completing consistent laps, so he didn't get out of the rounds. The same with the Williams teams, unfortunately. They didn't make it out of Q2, considering they were some of the quickest laps in practice, which is highly disappointing that at least Felipe Massa deserves like at least a top 10 starts, but that's unfortunate. Perez advances to Q3 for the first time in Brazil. And then Romain Grosjean, obviously, well, Gutierrez didn't make it out of Q2, but Romain Grosjean did. He ended up posting in a lap time that was good for P9 at the time. That is great drive, and he performed well in Q3 too, which I'm about to talk about right now. Here are the results of the entire qualifying round, where Hamilton and Rosberg were so close, separated by only less than 0.2 of a second. 0.2. That's like blinking your eye. Hamilton ultimately prevailed to take pole position, where he needs to win to even have a chance at taking the title this year, where he looked determined in the press conference after. And Rosberg also seemed confident at Brazil, having won here twice. Third place looked all Verstappen's and Red Bull's spot, but then Kimi Räikkönen of Ferrari came in at the end of the round that took away that at the buzzer, leaving P4 for Verstappen. On top of that, Räikkönen wasn't even satisfied with the result in the conference. It was kind of funny. He was just like, yeah, it was a good lap time, but I could do better. And the Iceman is always so quiet. That is why he is one of my favorite drivers. Romain Grosjean qualified P7 at the end of qualifying 3. That is great. Let's hope we could get something. Go Haas. Go Haas. Woo! What a drive for Grosjean. Those new brakes are working good for him. Definitely working better than his last ones. And his second time this year, a Haas driver has qualified in the top 10. Let's hope we stay there tomorrow. Again, guys, my name is Brandon, the American Formula 1 fan. I would love a like on this video. Leave a comment if you're new. Subscribe if you're new. That's it for my qualifying session roundup. I will be back tomorrow for the race. Prix is here in Central Standard Time at 9:30 on NBCSN. It's not a plug or anything. I'm just telling you where it's broadcasted. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Take care.